My name is Tori Quismondo, and I'm your instructor for this course. Let's take a look at the things that you should be working on for your first day of class. The first thing I'm going to do is go into my Blackboard site. I'm already logged in, and I'm going to check out and find my course. This is CIS 110, Section 1908. You are a certification course class, so you're actually maybe like a step above a regular CIS 110 class because you have the option to take certification test. Your class should look something like this once you log in. I'm going to enter a student preview so it'll look more familiar to you without some of the administrative buttons in there. If you take a quick look at your course, there is a welcome announcement. It does mention to you that this is a certification class. If this is not the class that you want, I can certainly switch you over to a regular CIS 110 section through our dean, Tanette Prevet, on the first day, as long as you send me an email and let me know this is not the class for you. In this class, you will be asked to certify in Microsoft Office, Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. Let's say that you're not really good at one of those and you'd like to do an alternate assignment, or because of COVID-19, you would just like to do all the alternative assignments. We really do ask that you make the effort to take at least one certification test. However, I can work with any student in the class. So make sure that when you click into the class, you read the announcements. You should have received a welcome email. Please make sure you reply to that. There is some tutoring for CIS classes. However, I'm going to offer for you guys every Tuesday night that I will help you guys with some tasks in this class through Collaborate, which is an online video through the Blackboard site, and it'll be really easy for you to attend. You can log on and not participate and just watch, and I will also record it for you in case anyone wants to check it out. So on Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock. I will offer that. All right. Also in this class, if you choose to test on all of your softwares, Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, which is what we guide you into, you could become a Microsoft Office associate. So it kind of mentions that in your announcements too. Also, as you look down the announcements, you'll see that there is a book for modules 4 through 8. It does not cost you a penny. The book will be given to you by me if you choose that you need a book. However, most students don't even need a book for the class. They use the resources that are in the class. All right. Once you do take a book, if you choose to do that, if you choose not to return it, you won't earn a grade in the class. So some students forget to give the book back and then they get an incomplete, which then turns to an F. So you want to make sure if you choose to borrow a book from me that you return it. All right, so that's our announcements. If you look in this Blackboard class, the next button down is going to be how this course works, and it gives you an idea of how the course works. This is standard in every Blackboard class. The next button down is going to be your syllabus button, and that is super important for you to check out. Your syllabus is your contract with the course, so you always want to make sure that you know what your syllabus has to say. I went through and downloaded the syllabus and sent it to everyone in a separate email so that you could check it out even before the class starts. So if you check your email, you have your syllabus waiting for you. Make sure you go through and read this. There are some really important things in your syllabus. Also, too, if you transfer to a 4-year school, they're probably going to ask you for the syllabus for the classes that are college transfer. This is what your syllabus looks like. It says that you're in Section CIS 110, Section 1908, which is online and face-to-face for certification testing only. Your certification testing is a face-to-face test. It cannot be completed through Blackboard. This is the same as any CIS 110 college transfer class. I am your instructor, and it gives all your special information here that's going to tell you everything about the course. There is a textbook. I give it to you for free. That is in your syllabus. Do not buy a textbook. You guys will have access to Microsoft Office 365. It tells you how to access that here. That is free from Fayetteville Tech. You don't have to pay for that. You can download that, and you will want to use that as you're working through the course because that's what this course is based off of. You can see your course requirements for methods of evaluation here, so you can get an idea of the weighted total for the class. You can see that certification tests, there are 3 of them. They're worth 50% of your class. However, if you choose to do an alternate assignment because of COVID, that's okay, and your score will calculate equal to a certification test. Okay? All right, makeup policy. There are just really no makeup dates for the certification test because we have to get special permission to come on the campus to do the testing. So the test date are pretty much written in stone, and you'll have to schedule those, and I'll get to those in just a little bit. Make sure you read this makeup policy. I can be pretty flexible. However, there are some things that I just cannot be flexible with. Like, for example, you are required to turn in work every 14 days. If you hit day 14 at midnight and have not turned in any work or taken a certification test, you'll get dropped day 14 at midnight. So day 15, you're gone. That is a school requirement. That is not my requirement, and that's one I just can't bend on. If you have some sort of a disability or need to check out disability support services, you'll find that in your syllabus. Also, there's the FERPA policy in there, which means if you are a high school student, I can talk to your parents. However, if you are over the age listed in FERPA, I cannot talk to your parents. So you'd be surprised how many college students who are over the age of 20 that have parents that try to contact me. All right, syllabus changes. I can change the syllabus at any time. Obviously, if I choose to do that, I will make sure I let you know. You're going to want to make sure that you have computer access. And what I mean by that is you really do need a regular computer. What's a regular computer? A Mac computer will make things more difficult for you. I mean, you should probably be using a PC. Can you use a Mac? Absolutely. The buttons will be in different places, which would be a disadvantage to you when you come to test because the testing is based off of the PC version of Microsoft Office. You can download the Microsoft Office suite to a Mac computer with no problem. It does look a little different though. All right, it's got the course interaction for students' responsibilities and instructor responsibilities in here, and that's always important, and the time commitment is in there, and it does tell you in here we go, it's not self-paced. On day 14, you have 14 days to make sure you submit work. On day 15, I have to drop you. That's a federal requirement. It's not something I make up. I just have to follow the rules, so please make sure that you do that. There's a lot of information in here. It does say that you can use cell phones and mobile devices for standard course testing and journal assignments. However, you are going to really need a computer with Microsoft Office 2019 in order to complete the lab requirements for the course, and that's where you are really getting your meat of this course is in the Microsoft Office software. All right, so please check this out. Also, at the end of your syllabus, you will see your due dates. May 29th is the 10% due date. If you do not complete the assignments by the 10% date that are required for 10%, you will also get dropped. And I really want to keep everyone in this class, so please make sure you do those assignments. Also, you can kind of scroll down through here and see it does move pretty quickly, about every 2 weeks and then about every 2 days. So we're going to start off with Module 1, which is Microsoft Office Word. And we will go through some assignments that are in there. The assignments are not required to turn in. So if we look here at Module 1, it says that you have some study task for certification. That's listed in Module 1. Is it required you turn that in? No. However, if you don't do it and you come in and try to test, it will probably be a waste of your time because the chances of you passing without testing are pretty slim. You do have a Word journal. The Word journal is due on June 29th. And then on May the 2nd and May the 9th, I'm going to do a certification prep online assistance at 8 p.m. through Collaborate, which is not required. However, I will probably, my goal is to record it. So my goal is to record it. That's what I'm saying. So you really do want to try to be there if you can or if you need help. I will go through the testing tasks. All right, so I try to teach you every task that you will find on your test. However, I may not be able to hit up all of them because the test does change often. But if you go through the tasks that I give you, you will know more than 70% of the required tasks, and all you need to earn is basically a 70%. You need 700 out of 1,000 points to earn your certification. All right, and then you'll see here that we do certification testing Wednesday, June the 10th. Okay, so make sure that you check out the syllabus. Make sure you check out the assignment guide, the calendar. Down at the very bottom, it has the testing schedule. If you already know when you want to test, send me an email. Say, I would like to test June the 10th at 3 p.m., and I'll make sure I have that ready for you. Okay? So all that information is on your syllabus. I'm going to close out of the syllabus, go back and click on instructor information. This is where you'll find out how to contact me. I'm going to tell you, it's slim pickings. If you want to contact me, you really need to send me an email or attend our sessions at 8 p.m. on Tuesday nights. So I'll remind you about them. I'll send you a special link for them. But because we are actually 10-month employees, if we teach a summer class, we are not required to have face-to-face office time. So if you need me, send me an email. If you need me and you've got questions, show up to those Collaborate sessions. I'll send you the information on those as the course gets started. All right, if we look under the assignments button, it's going to share with you every single assignment. Everything is already posted. You can work ahead. In fact, I encourage you to work ahead. If you've worked ahead and completed the whole class, then you are done. You don't have to worry about that 14-day requirement, okay? So you can see here, we've got the Start Here orientation activity. That's where you're going to start. It must be completed by May 29th, which is your 10% date. So it tells you everything that you need to do. Print your assignment due date calendar, reply to your instructor's email, download Microsoft Office only if you need it, create a Certiport account, and complete this introduction quiz. None of these are outside of the realm of things that you guys can complete fairly quickly, especially if you've taken a class with Fayetteville Tech before. So it's going to ask you to explore the course, which is basically what I've done on this video with you. Here's your assignment calendar, which is actually the last page of your syllabus. Maybe it makes it easier for you to print that assignment calendar out and keep it close by so you can see what's due and when. It's going to ask you to access your student email account. If you already know how to do that, simply log in and reply to the email I sent you. It's going to ask you to download Microsoft Office. Do you have to do that if you already have it? No, do not do it because you can't have a parallel install and you don't want multiple versions. You do need to create a Certiport account. Certiport is the testing center. I am a Certiport proctor. So when you test for Microsoft Office, I will be your proctor and I will get you ready for your test. However, I can't help you log into your account. So make sure that you know what your account login is. I cannot help you with that. The tests are timed for 1 hour. And when you come to test, you've got 1 hour to test on the schedule. So if you don't know your login and you have to email and find your login, first of all, it's going to make you really nervous. It's going to get you frustrated before you even start the test. And it's going to also put you behind. So if you don't meet that 1 hour mark and you go over, you will lose that extra time that you needed for testing because it'll be someone else's time to come in and test. There's a quick little introduction quiz here that you'll need to take for the 10%. And when you come in and take this, you just click begin. You can take this test as many times as you need to get the highest score that you need to, but I don't think this is going to be really tough. You can find your instructor's email address and the instructor information button true or false. You can send and reply to email through Blackboard. Is that true or false? That's false because you cannot reply to email through Blackboard. You can send an email, but you cannot reply. So anytime you need to check your email, you must go to your student email account, okay? So go ahead and take that little quiz. If you don't do super awesome, you can go back and take it again. And then at the very end here, it's going to say, congratulations, you have completed everything for your 10%. All right, so hopefully this will get you started on your first day of class in CIS 110. All right, section 1908, which is the certification section. If you continue to click down here, you're going to find your journal button, which is where you'll complete little journals in the course. Your first word journal is really just where you go and talk about. There's really no right or wrong answer. You just talk about the process of getting certified for Word. Okay, as you get down to like module 4, it does have some more in-depth journals for you to complete. All right. If you click on the My Grades button, you're going to see every assignment that you guys will complete for the whole course. You can see I have a little clock here, that blue clock. That means I've started the assignment but not completed it because over here is where my quiz is located and I have not submitted it yet. All right, once I submit that, I'll earn a grade for it. But blue clocks just simply mean you've started something but not finished it. You can see all of your due dates are posted in your Blackboard course. Okay, and so you can see these are all the assignments that you'll complete. There are not a ton of assignments, so this should not be super difficult. I think you guys will have a wonderful time in this class. All right, if you click the email button, that's where you can go to send an email. It's quick and easy. You can choose all instructor users and it will come to me. If you choose all users, it will send an email to everyone in the class. If you sell Avon or Tupperware, please don't email all the students in the class to ask them to buy stuff from you. Is that old school? Avon and Tupperware? What is it now? Pampered Chef? All right, there's a student support button. You can click that button. It will take you out and share with you student support services. And my internet's going a little bit slow, but it will pull this up for you so that you can get to student services. This button here is consistent in every single course. But once you get here, it will give you a bunch of information on the college catalog, the student handbook, student complaints, academic resources and support. So there's a lot of information there if you're looking for that. The FTCC's policies button will also take you out to a place on the website and give you policies for FTCC. All right. If you look underneath of that, there is a tools button. Typically, I take out a lot of these tools. However, you can come here and find your My Grades. You can come here and find your announcements, but I've already released buttons for all that, so the chances of you clicking on the tools button is pretty slim. If you click on the FAQ button, it's going to give you some information about this course. Here it's going to tell you where you can get help. Let's say you can't log into your student email account. Maybe you need some help. So you can use this information right here for FTCC help to get assistance with that. Cell phone and mobile devices, can you use them for this class? Absolutely, for any of the modules 4 through 8. For modules 1 through 3, which is where you learn certification, you will need a computer. A PC is best. What about a Chromebook? Is anyone going to ask about that? Well, I have a Chromebook. I want to know if I can use it. A Chromebook, you know what a Chromebook is, and I'm not downgrading a Chromebook at all. A Chromebook is basically a browser. It lets you access the internet and gives you a bigger screen than a cell phone. So you cannot download the full version of Microsoft Office on a Chromebook. If you have a Chromebook, you will find it very difficult to certify for Microsoft Office because you will be using a light version of the software and you will not find all of the buttons that you need. It will be extremely difficult for you. So I want to make that really clear. There is an app for Blackboard, and it will send you notifications when things are updated if you choose to download that app to your computer or to your mobile device. There are digital badges. Once you start earning certifications, you also earn digital badges, which will go to a LinkedIn account if you happen to have one of those. And it's a great way to promote yourself and find your next job. There's also some test tips listed under the FAQ button, so you can read those, but I'll go more in depth with those later on. Here's your Microsoft Office button on the menu on the left. Once you click there, it gives you an idea of how to download the Microsoft Office software. That is Microsoft Office 365, which is Microsoft Office 2019. The only difference is if you are using Office 365, you get weekly and monthly updates, whereas the traditional Office 2019 is just simply a download with no extras. However, the school does not pay for the OneDrive that goes along with it because storage is really expensive. So you will not have access to a free OneDrive account for storage. All right? Let's take a look here. Underneath of that is your Collaborate button. That Collaborate button is where you will go so that you can log in to our Tuesday at 8 p.m. meetings. And I'll also send you guys a link for those. They're not set up yet for you because you don't need them yet, but when it's time, they will be there. And lastly, the last button is your Certiport testing button. And if you click on that button, it's going to give you the times that you can test, the location, which is ATC, Advanced Technology. Room 220B. That is actually my office, and there's an empty office across the hall so that you have space, so that you can social distance and you can take your test in a room by yourself. However, I will still be there to proctor you. Okay, so there are plenty of times listed. If more than one student wants the same time, that is not a problem. I can get a lab that we can use, so no big deal. Check out these Certiport testing tips and the information that's listed here. Once you've done that, you've really gone through the whole course. You have an idea of what's in the course. I would recommend at that point you go over to your assignments button and you click on your Start Here orientation activity and go ahead and complete that. Once you're done with that, I would recommend work ahead. Start on that first module of assignments. There's a lot in this course, but I'm going to help guide you through it. I hope this helps you. Good luck. Please email me if you have questions. Bye.